Hey, I'm Deya Direct, and welcome to Girlfriend FM, where we discuss what women feel the most. This is our Deep Water series, and today's topics are the biological clock and the bench. Stay tuned to find out exactly what that means.
Jackie, I'm going to pose a question to you that someone asked me because...
Okay.
No. You and I are in similar boats.
Right.
Where, women with a career of a certain age and the biological clock is ticking.
Tick,
and
tock,
we want to
tick,
have
tock.
Children.
Yes.
And I can't speak for you, but my body is changing.
Yes.
So in many ways. But one guy asked me this question, and it kind of messed me up. He said, are you so focused on what you want that you'll compromise yourself just to get that? Now, you've sort of already said that you would not, you want this, you want that, and the other, and that you won't settle. But what will you settle for?
She won't. Have you met her? I'm
sorry.
Do you know?
So I'm really asking you the opposite of what he asked me, is because he asked me, if you're so focused on having a kid, will you just like stay in a relationship with a guy, but even if it's not working, just because you want to get this thing accomplished?
No, or I'd have a man right now. I'd be married right now if that were the case.
Right.
If I were so focused on, oh, I got to get married, oh, I want to have a baby, I would be with, some of the guys that I've been with, and I'd have those things right now, but I wouldn't be happy. I don't want to compromise my happiness. I want to be in a real relationship.
Do you have to be married?
I'd like to be married.
But is it a deal breaker now?
If he does not want to get married, I will not date him. He has to be open to it. I don't want to just have a roommate for the rest of my life. Marriage is important to me. I want to be married. Like, I've met a wonderful guy, or he seemed to be, and in our first phone conversation, you know how you get to have that long getting to know conversation, and I asked him, he asked me first, well, are you interested in getting married? And I said, yeah, I want to get married. And he was like, that surprises me because you're a career woman. And I was like, oh gosh, no, I'd put my career on the back burner for marriage and a family. And I was like, what about you? And he said, well, the mother of my children and I both decided we didn't want other people raising our kids.
Okay.
So that, to me, it doesn't work. There's no
it
need
was
in
too
moving
fresh
forward.
out the divorce. Was
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Give
But no, the kids were. They've been apart for a while. But it was like they decided that that's how they wanted to raise their kids, which says to me she's a little too much in his relation. So
they're probably back together.
So
now,
that
right?
for me, I pretty much know quickly when stuff is not. I don't like to waste my time. That was like, he was like, well, we can hang out, nah, boo. You're just blocking my blessing. But be real, have a nice life. I can't, and so for me, I'm not going to compromise my happiness. But I also say, and which is why I'm single, because I don't just spend time just because I want to say I have a man in my bed. I'm good. And maybe because I haven't had an orgasm yet, but whatever. It could be a good thing.
So if that meant that nobody ever met whatever that criteria is, are you good staying single and not having children?
I have to be. I mean, a lot of us ladies, I don't mean to put this on anybody, it depends on how important it is to you, but you really have to get to the point in your mind where it's like, you know what, if I'm going to ride this out by myself, I'm going to do it in style and love it. And if somebody comes along, that's great, because otherwise you date desperately and you settle. And I'm not settling. If it's
I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah.
And not to, I love my children. I don't have any regrets. But, people always say that, you need to spend time alone, get to know yourself. I always thought that's so dumb. I know who I am. No, seriously, the last 3 years, I have been happy to a point that I never understood. And I would rather be alone than settle for somebody that, I'm going to, end up resenting or just another divorce. It just doesn't make sense.
But I think it's okay to date, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's okay to date. We're hoping when we do go out with someone and we meet someone, it's always that great candidate, that potential candidate, like, oh my God, could this be it? But, we do get depressed if the one date don't work out, and, but I think it's really healthy, and I know men do it all the time, and we should date, because if you don't date, you're going to get caught up and stuck to that one person, and then you're going to start being like, trying to,
You mean dating several people like
At the
men
same
do,
time.
not
Right,
getting
like
in
being
a
more
one
open.
relationship.
Right. It's best to be open. I say to have a good 3 friends at least. I'm serious.
Right.
It's really good. It's healthy. Because you settle, you'll get caught up with that one person and then end up either settling or depressed because it didn't work out or something. It's okay. You meet this person, you could like art. Okay, this dude just like art. Y'all go to the museum, look at nice art, have good
But
dinner.
Pat-
This one likes the movies. Oh my God, we laugh all the time. We go watch comedy. This one likes nature. We go climbing, we walk in the parks. Why not? Until the right time, the right man comes.
But
I
are you
agree
ever
with that.
afraid you're going to lead him on? That's a big fear I
No,
have.
you be
in our
honest
work.
up
Not
front.
if you're honest
Not
and
if you're
open.
honest.
If you're honest,
Oh, they don't care. You can be honest, but their intention.
But that's
and
what
their-
men say all the
That's
time.
their shit. That ain't got nothing to do with you.
I know, but you know me. I carry it.
If you're honest and you put it out there, listen, I'm open to dating other people. You have no restrictions on me.
But see, just
nor
don't
me
sleep
on
with
you.
any of
Yeah.
them. Don't
Enjoy
have sex
yourself.
with any of them.
but listen, if
Then I'm a
you
slut?
if you're together,
Out of here. That's so unfair.
I'm saying when you're honest, you never know you're dating. Something might click, but you know what I mean. And you like, oh,
And then you make
spending
a different
time.
decision.
Then you'll cut off everybody else.
Right.
If you found this one, it's like, oh my God, we are having a lot more in
Right.
common than I thought.
Right.
And then everyone else can get cut off. Now, as far as being physical with these people, that's an individual choice. I mean, yeah, when you get physical, that's emotional, and that's that's on you if you can deal with. I like callbacks myself, so callbacks.
What's that?
What does that mean?
I like to get a call back if I'm gonna do it. So if we're not together and I'm not sure you're gonna call me back, I'm not gonna do it with you.
Oh, I thought that was like something sexual. That's why I was like, what is that?
We hipping you, Jack.
Okay.
I mean, they are friends with benefits. They call that. It's an individual what you can handle emotionally. You
Right.
know, that's on you though. Whether you want to have it be a friend with benefits or just a friend.
I just think, a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women will kind of, when they try to date in this manner, date a lot of men, you end up getting caught up. You try to tell yourself, I'm just kicking it, but then you end up having sex, and then it gets you're more caught up, and then even though you've explained to him that you're dating other people, you're falling for that one particular person, and then you end up, your plan backfires on you.
It's a personality type. It
Yeah,
works with
it
some.
is.
Why? Because you
doesn't-
date-
I think that's a good
yeah.
point.
They what?
She said it's a personality type. I mean,
Right.
because
That's true.
Because I think you're right. I think you're right in
Yeah.
that it is wise, and we sort of call it have a bench.
Right.
You need a bench. A couple of people on your bench.
Right.
A couple of players
Right.
to play on
Roster.
your team.
I date like
roster.
that.
Right.
I date like that.
But-
I just don't have sex with
But
them.
emotionally,
Right.
women are different than men. So a lot of times when we try to do the things, haven't experienced certain things, we try to do, well, you know what? Men do it, or he did it, I'm going to do it too. If it's not in your personality type, it will backfire on you. Right.
Listen, I understand that it's not a good idea for anyone to make a decision based on pressure. Men really don't like that. I know. And the Bible says, be anxious for nothing, but through all things, let your requests be made known unto God. And we should do that. Now, since men do understand sports, I'm sure you can appreciate the bench concept, right? I mean, after all, if a woman has more players on her team, then she increases her chances of choosing a winner. I know I done said something. I'm Deya, and I just got to be direct. Thank you for watching Girlfriend FM.